Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota nails it. First of all, he tackles exactly what Brother Biden has done, President Biden has done. He also points out that he lives in an area surrounded by missing decency. I want you to listen to how he expressed that, and let's take it on the other side.
When Donald Trump was president, governors like myself were in Hunger Game battles with other governors to get ventilators to keep our people alive because he did nothing. The issue is going to be competency. When Joe Biden comes to Minnesota, he brings jobs, money, investments, and a positive message. When Donald Trump comes, it's grievances and revenge. So I think the issues will start to clarify themselves. Voters are concerned this time of year. School's about out. They're worrying about summer. But we're starting to see prices start to moderate. We're seeing inflationary pressures go down. And then we can start to focus on those real issues that impact folks. So I think the message is going to be very personal. An ability to deliver this. That's why I'm out there. And then I think that contrast becomes a binary choice as we get closer to November. And they're going to see that it is simply not worth it to go back to what we saw under a Trump administration.
If the president called you and said, Governor, what's the one thing you think I need to hit home and hit hard more than anything to help my reelection chances, what would it be? What do you think he should do that he's not doing?
Yeah, I think it's holistic. I do think we're making the case around reproductive freedoms. I think we're making the case around election and protection reforms. But I think I saw the polling this week that where Americans, a majority, think we're in recession. We're not. We have the strongest economy in the world. I think we have to do a better job, and I think the president's doing all he can. And this is where folks like myself can help. Minnesota has historically low unemployment rates. Minnesota has wages rising. Minnesota is seeing investments in chip manufacturing, in construction jobs. We need to keep pounding that message home.
I want to ask about something that the nominee for your party back in 2016, Hillary Clinton, told the New York Times, Lisa Lair and Elizabeth Diaz for their new book. And this is on the issue of abortion. Mrs. Clinton said Democrats neglected abortion rights from the ballot box to Congress to the Supreme Court. Our side was complacent and kind of taking it for granted and thinking it would never go away. Do you agree with that?
I don't think she's totally wrong. Look, I ran in a conservative district, second Democrat since 1892 when I won a seat in Congress, and I was fully supportive of abortion rights. And this is back in 2005, 2006. That was considered risky by a lot of people in our party. I think what the former secretary is getting at is that we maybe didn't understand the threat that was coming, that we thought that Roe was going to protect us. I think there were a lot of us, myself included, didn't believe that. I think that's why states like Minnesota were firewalling things up. We're an island of decency out here. It's Handmaid's Tale out here of the states surrounding me, from the Dakotas to Iowa, forcing women into these terrible situations. So no, I don't totally disagree with her. I think the difference is now, since the fall of Roe, orchestrated by Donald Trump and his Supreme Court, that we are ready. And women are ready, men are ready. And those who think that this is just a distracting issue, this is a fundamental issue of personal freedoms and personal bodily autonomy. So she's not wrong. I think the difference is now is we will not be flat-footed, and I don't think we have been for the last 2 years.
Governor Tim Walz nails it. Yes, Minnesota is currently in an island, what he calls an island of indecency. A group of folks that want to control women, a group of folks that want to find policies that materially affects people in the wrong ways. He nails it. And yes, as long as the surrogates for the president go out and fight for the values that he stands for, all will be okay.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.